Hello and welcome to the most boring man on YouTube. So we've got the qualifying for the Dutch Grand Prix today. We're just into the final stages, so you're going to watch me live as the final runs of Q3 run place. So we've had Q1. Nicholas Latifi is last, starting 20th. Vettel in 19th. Unfortunate for him, he had an issue on the last run. He said he got some dust in his visors or something from the car in front. Went off. It looked like he would have got into Q2. Shame for him there. Daniel Ricciardo had a poor qualifying. He's starting in 18th tomorrow, especially considering, well, in Q1, Norris got 5th place. So the bad run for Daniel Ricciardo continues here again. Kevin Magnussen, 17th. I thought that's maybe where Haas would end up, but considering the mega job that Mick Schumacher's doing, he's still in Q3. Doing his run now, but he's managed to get into Q3. Probably a spoiler for Q2 there. And Valtteri Bottas, P16. Verstappen was fastest in that section. It looked like he's going to be miles ahead for Q3, but let's see how it runs. And Hamilton was fastest in second place in Q2. Then on to Q1, and then into Q2. So Alex Albon is going to start 15th place. Joe Guanzu in 14th. Alonso 13th. He was doing really quite well. Probably should have made it into Q2, but then had some traffic with Perez there. So let's see if there's anything to come off that with Perez. Ocon 12th. Gasly 11th. The stars of that really were Mick Schumacher, considering where Kevin Magnussen is 17th. He's made it into Q2. Fantastic for him. And Lance Stroll as well. Vettel starting in 19th. But as I say, he should have gone better. Messed up his final run there. And then we've got Yuki Tsunoda. He made it into the top 10. So brilliant result from him there. And just hang with me because we've just got the final runs of Q3 to come. And then I'm going to start something new that I'm going to do for every video on the race, just explain one of the Formula 1 rules for all the new viewers out there, and see, build your knowledge up, and try and give you some background on what happens and why, because it can be quite a confusing with all this. So bear with me. So we're on the final runs in Q3. There's a minute to go. As it stands, Charles Leclerc is on provisional pole. He beat Max Verstappen's time of 1 minute 10 and a half. So he's only a couple of tenths in it. They're all starting their final runs now. 40 seconds to go. Hamilton's out on an out lap at the moment. Let's see if he makes it over the line. Looks like he'll be the last one over the line for this. So are we in for a shock there? So as it stands, it's Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton, Sainz, Perez, Russell, Norris, Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher. Unfortunately for Stroll, he's had a technical issue after making it into the top 10, but won't take any part in this qualifying, which is a shame for him. But where are we now? Charles Leclerc coming over the line. Can he beat his current time? He's gone faster. So it's 1 minute 10.3 now for Max Verstappen to beat. Max Verstappen is up in the middle sector. He's about a tenth up, so that'll be just a couple of hundredths now, actually, considering Leclerc has gone faster. Sainz is going faster as well. Perez is a tenth down, actually, in 5th place. So Max Verstappen, can he make it on pole? He's going over the line. Oh, he's just done it. 200ths. Wow. 0.0021. And the yellow flag in T3, that's... Oh, no, that's going to ruin everyone's. Sergio Perez has crashed at the final corner there, so that's going to ruin everybody's... Especially the McLaren Mercedes. That's a real shocker, that. Oh, what a shame, because it looked like Mercedes was really in the hunt here for this one. So as it stands, and I think that'll be the end of it, considering the yellow flag there. So Max Verstappen on pole, Charles Leclerc second, Carlos Sainz in third, Lewis Hamilton fourth. But let's see what happened here with Sergio Perez. He's coming round and towards the final bend. Oh, he's a bit wide. He's dropped it. Sort of, just a corner before where just lost the rear. Not the way we wanted that to end there, because we were building up right up into that crescendo there. He just lost the rear end and he spun round. But the home fans have got what they wanted. Max Verstappen is going to start the race on pole. It was very tight. We made it, pulled it off. It's a shame we couldn't see where the Mercedes would end up. So yeah, for P1, Max Verstappen, second, Charles Leclerc, so they're on the front row. Should be a brilliant start tomorrow. Carlos Sainz in third, Lewis Hamilton fourth, Sergio Perez fifth, George Russell sixth, Lando Norris seventh, Mick Schumacher, what a brilliant qualifying for him, up into eighth, Yuki Tsunoda ninth, and as I said, Lance Stroll in 10th. So it looks like we'll be in for a brilliant race tomorrow. Everybody is within just about 2/10 from the sort of top five, really to the front. So it's just a shame that we've got a bit robbed there with that Perez mistake, to see where Hamilton, because they were looking like they were really in the fight here. I mean, only a couple of hundredths off before that. So yeah, what a real shame. And yeah, the rule for today is all the qualifying rule, really. So I'm going to go through. It's called the 107% rule. This has come in like many years ago. So you'd have up to sort of 39 teams or 39 cars joining a Formula One race. Now we have no set 20, sorry. And so you'd have some cars that were just really quite slow, and for safety reasons and just to not have 40 cars running around the circuit, they'd introduce a rule where the slowest car had to be within 107% of the fastest car. Now that rule's continued just to sort of get the really slow cars out of the race. Don't really see it in play as much now. Generally, cars are a lot tighter from the front to the back. But we have seen it in 2018. We've seen one of the American drivers there wasn't within the 100% rule. So he wasn't. Now, because of the way the format is, it's the fastest. Obviously, it will only apply to Q1, where we've got all 20 drivers. So the slowest driver has to be within 107% of the fastest time in qualifying one. And so if he doesn't make that time, it's then for the stewards to decide, well, has he posted a fast enough time within the free practice sessions before qualifying, to see if he was sort of fast enough and are they quick enough to be in the race. As I say, we don't really see that rule in place, but it is a rule there just for anybody that's out there thinking, what is this 107% rule? It doesn't really get mentioned much, but it is out there. It doesn't apply on a wet race, so where it rains, obviously then we would have a lot of cars wouldn't qualify in 100% because you've got sort of the fastest car. If you got out on a dry track and it started to rain, you're going to have a number of cars not within 107%. So that doesn't apply in that scenario, but it does on a dry race, or conditions all the same. And that's that. But yeah, we're looking like we've got a cracking race for tomorrow. Let's see how it pans out at the start. I'm really looking forward to that. The two championship rivals again, or should have been championship rivals, at the front of the field. Good to see Lewis Hamilton back up there in fourth place. Mercedes really back on it. What a difference a week makes, eh? Belgian Grand Prix, I mean, it looked like, well, we knew, even through Max being so far at the back in 15th, that he was going to win. They were just superior, but to have everybody with a real fight for pole there, I mean, we're just 0.021 in it to Leclerc. I mean, that's how fine it was here today, and that's the kind of championship that we want. I'm really looking forward to the race tomorrow. Join me then for my fun race review. Thank you very much for watching The Most Boring Man on YouTube. Please like and subscribe and comment. Thank you very much.